So I just pulled out a couple pictures of the boys that I found. And here's Alex. He loved to fish. There he is with his prize lobster. And he was always funny. He liked to be funny, so that's him making a funny face. And then this here is Dookie. He was the 2009 Mayday King at Waimea Middle School. He was very proud of that. And this is where the pig farm is, and he always said that he was going to go work over there on the pig farm, but he never got to. Alexander had gone on a camping trip with my older son. They had gone to Kawaloa. They had set up their camp at this spot called the Rock in the Water. They were fishing. I spoke with him Saturday morning. He called me to tell me, Mom, I caught an uhu, you know, and that's his blue uhu up there on the wall that he got. And then Saturday evening, I got a phone call from my older son that he couldn't find Alex. And I said, what do you mean you can't find Al? And he said, I can't find Al, Mom. I think he fell in the water.
What happened to Alexander Rego?
I remember, you know, just dropping the phone and screaming, and my husband was like, call 911. And so we got in our truck and we headed down there, and from Waimea to where they were, you know, it took us 45 minutes. We were just flying over the mountain road.
Family members think Alex slipped off a plank that connects the remote fishing spot with the mainland.
And so we get there, and you know, we got to go down this mountain. The fisherman is waiting for us. We come down the mountain. We come out of the bushes, and I can see the helicopter flying. I can see the chopper flying. I can see the ambulance down on the bottom, but the ocean is just super rough. And you know, my older son's crying, and you know, I'm telling him it's gonna be all right. You know, God wouldn't let anything happen to your brother. And so then, you know, the firemen come up to me and they're like, you know, it's too rough, and so we'll be back in the morning.
Calm waters today, but that night family members say the ocean was rough and likely drowned out any cries for help.
On that fateful night, Alexander was looking for the prized local fish ulua, and it was his first time here.
All of Waimea had already heard what happened. And, you know, because I come from here and my family's from here, and our town, that's just the way our town is, we care about each other. Before the rescue squad got back, before the firemen got back, there were 5 boats in the water already. People were just coming down, bringing food, bringing water, putting up their pop-up tents, diving, helping us in whatever we needed.
You know, we feel that it's important, my mom, my dad, my family, that we bring him home and we take him home back to Waimea with all of us.
And then the next day, my family went in the water. Lamar, my son Kalel, my brother, my cousins, they were there, you know. I'd be yelling, Alexander, Alexander.
Alex's mother still has hope that her son is out there alive. But if he isn't, she hopes searchers will find his body so she can give him one last hug goodbye.
They've searched for 4 days, covering more than 5,000 square miles. But so far, the hunt for a missing Big Island boy has turned up nothing.
It was so overwhelming, the love and the people that were there that were trying to help us find my son Alex, you know, and now we're into day 3, day 4. So on the 5th day, I left, but nobody was gonna go home if I didn't leave.
This was an accident, it wasn't nobody's fault, you know. And we understand that my brother is at rest right now, he's at peace.
His fellow students called him Big Al. And it wasn't that he was huge, but it was because he had a big heart. When the search was finally called off, there was this profound sense of sadness, and everything kind of stopped here. Another friend said, "I'll never forget Alex because he was always cheerful, always kind, and I knew I could count on him." We have a garden on our campus, and Alex loved the garden. I don't know if it was Shirley or if it was the garden staff that suggested we plant a tree in his honor. So we did.
The May Day after we lost Alexander, Duke sang In This Life by Brother Is. And I was surprised when I went to the May Day program that he was singing with his friends. So this is how he came. He came all the way past our house. We didn't even see him on the golf cart going around the block with his friends. And they were just cruising. And so I'm home all day with Lily, my granddaughter, and I started looking at the time. It's like 3:30, 4:30. Where's Duke? Because he left probably about 10 o'clock in the morning. And my phone rings, and it's a girl on the other end of the phone. And she says, "Auntie, Dookie crashed." And I said, "And what's happening to him?" Okay, he fell, what's happening? "My dad's giving him CPR." So I was like, oh my gosh, not again. So I dropped the phone, I started screaming to Lamar. I said, "Something happened to Duke. He's on Mana Road. They're giving him CPR. You gotta go, Lamar." So this is where they were coming, and on this stretch here, and the golf cart was going fast, and they weren't prepared for the turn. And that's when he fell off. So we get to Oahu, and the doctors are really nice to us. They allow us to go in there to see Dookie. And, you know, to see Dookie lying there like that, I kept praying, God, you know, Duke, I'll take care of you. Mommy will take care of you. I don't care what it looks like, what that looks like. I'll always take care of you.
And local boy, shorts, rubber slippers, t-shirt, that was Duke. And he had that infectious laugh. It was like a high-pitched giggle almost kind of thing that just, your madness just went right out the door. And he was a Hall of Famer. Most outgoing, outstanding too, but outgoing. And yeah, this is the Duke that I remember. Yeah, definitely good memories of him. So.
When the accident happened to Duke, he was just with a bunch of his friends on a golf cart. So when he fell, they panicked. And one person said, "You go get help." And the other one was like, "No, you go get help. No, you go get help." And that's what happens to young kids. They're scared. Nobody wants to get in trouble. And so finally, I don't know, 10 minutes may have passed, and they ran to get help. I knew that in trying to prevent this from happening to other children, I had to do something. I had to do something.
So the mission for us is to spread ocean awareness for the youth with water safety and education.
That our lifeguards take the ball, flood the ocean.
For me, that's what it's all about. It's showing the kids the right way and a positive way on how to be more aware of your surroundings but still have fun.
We all think it's important for the kids here. We live on an island. We're surrounded by a body of water. And with that comes, a lot of fun, a lot of joy, happiness. It's one of the best places you can be is on a beach here in Hawaii. At the same time, we understand the dangers that come with it and the accidents that can potentially happen. We experienced that through Alex and Duke. So we want to be able to prevent that.
We are teaching kids how to use surfboards, boogie boards, and even what we call is beach toys as a life-saving tool. The island of Hawaii is the most unique place on the planet. We sit here on a beautiful white sandy beach, one of a few on the island, but it's the most diverse place. You have rocky cliff lines, you have rugged lava, you have reef breaks, you have areas of the island where it's 1,000 feet, 100 yards from shore in depth, bringing more awareness to the ocean conditions from the way the winds blow, the way the tides shift, the way certain swell directions affect different parts of the island is critical.
A lot of kids have never even been to the ocean, if you can believe that. And the kids are separated into stations.
You just told them, I'm okay. You can communicate.
Oh, that's cool.
You don't have to.
The kids learned really important things, but they also had a lot of fun.
Ready to get in the water, you guys? Yeah. You guys want to give it a try?
As a teacher, you want to see kids having fun. When you see it with kids learning at the same time, it's like, oh, it was just a really awesome moment in my teaching career.
A lot of people wouldn't know what to do or how to do CPR because it's something you have to do on your own because they don't teach it to us in normal school.
Wai'mea Middle School was our pilot project, and my goal is to have our program in every school here on the Big Island.
On our island, we have the highest rates of local deaths. So residents dying from ocean-related incidences, whether it's spearfishing or offshore fishing, opihi picking, surfing, scuba diving, snorkeling. It's a thing that we want to change so that we're not the highest rated island for local deaths.
No matter how much experience you think you have, there's always more to learn about the ocean and it's, what comes with it.
The program that we're doing in school reaches so many more kids. It's just so important for kids who live on an island in the middle of the Pacific Ocean to have this. Even if they're never planning on going to the beach, knowing about the ocean and learning about the ocean is just so essential.
One of the main things they learned there is call 911. If something's happening, call 911, because that's what happened to Duke. They panicked. If you leave the whole program and all you got was call 911, then that's the best thing you could ever do.
I love you, Duke. I love you, buddy.
From the tragedy that happened to me, it turned around into something that can be a blessing to other kids and teach them how they can make a difference in the world, how they can save a life, how they can be a hero. And so the Alex and Duke Rego Foundation was created.
You're going to learn how to overcome challenges. You're going to learn how to work together with other people, other kids, other adults. And so it's not only about water safety. It is so much more than that. And it's creating a stronger community. It's exciting to see how big this can grow and how many people we can impact.
Getting this message out to other kids, letting them know that they can make a difference. They can make a difference in their life, in other people's lives. They can save a life by simply calling 911 if they have to. I think that is a huge, huge part of what Al and Duke have done with their life, just their life. It's never lost. It's never lost. It's always moving forward in other kids. And so now there's hundreds of kids that will be impacted by them. You know, when they all come to Hapuna, you know, those are all kids. Those are lives that because of them, their lives are only going to be better.